Welcome back to Average Bros Show, you filthy scumbags. We got a good week for you guys. We're going to wrap up week 9 of the NFL. A lot to unpack. Week 10, kind of weak. Not a huge fan of it. We're going to go over baseball, college football, of course. We even sprinkle in a little bit of the Masters. Happy Masters week. And we'll finish up with our D-Gens Corner. Welcome back, my bros. It's Masters week. Here we go. Masters week. We also got some Wednesday night action. Can never go wrong with the action. Something to bet on, something to watch.
Oh, yeah.
We have a ton of stuff to unravel. Week 9 we're going to go over. We got week 10 of the NFL coming up. Joe's obviously dabbling into his college football picks. We're going to talk a little bit about the awards, right? Are they all out?
No, the MVP comes out tomorrow, so we'll talk about that one next week. But we have the Cy Youngs, the Rookie of the Year, and then we can talk about Manager of the Year a little bit. I didn't make a pick because I think that award sucks, but
Didn't they already announce this? It was the guy from the Miami Marlins.
yeah, Don Mattingly, the old Dodger coach.
Oh,
Ooh,
guy should have got a ring.
what could have been? All right, well, let's jump into football. The Chargers did it again. They did it again. Remember last week I said there's no way the Chargers can keep doing this. They did
They
it.
did. And they got me at the end. I was celebrating. I was like, oh, I hit my parlay.
Oh.
I'm so good.
So I know I always watch the Chargers games with one of my friends who's a big Chargers fan, and I have like archives of Justin just breaking his heart week after week. It's 4 weeks in a row now. This is, I wish we should have like a prop bet. Can the Chargers fuck up a 2-touchdown lead? And they can this week. I think they take on Miami.
Oh, they'll just lose that straight up.
I mean, you could have said that last week and the week before and the week before.
Miami looks good.
Yeah, but who did they lose to last week?
They lost to the Cardinals. Cardinals beat the Seahawks. The Cardinals are no slouch.
No, who did the Chargers lose to last week?
Denver. No, they lost to the Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders are
Yeah.
a decent team. And then the week before they
You
lost.
couldn't
to a
even
good
say
team.
that out loud. Your body wouldn't
No, it
let
just
you.
hurt
Like, the
me.
Raiders.
It just hurt me. I don't believe
Raiders.
it, but I said it. But yeah, so the Chargers did it again. Irby still looked unbelievable, but the poor guy, they just can't get it done. They got to figure out how to close games out. And then I think the biggest story of the week is Tampa Bay just not even showing up. I've never seen that
Fuck
out of
them.
a Tom Brady team, but
Fuck that.
he needs to talk to Giselle and see if they can do a
Trade back.
something. A little early morning massage on Monday night. Monday night he took a shit. That's bad. Or was it? No, it was Sunday night.
Sunday night. That game was horrible. I didn't expect that at all. Every time I bet on Drew Brees, he has the fake arm. He's got the duck arm, and he just took off.
You always see him doing this.
Yeah.
Drew Brees is always doing the old shoulder warm up, and I'm like, oh no, his rotator. He's feeling it, but he just does that shit. It's the same thing with Phillip Rivers and the.
He's got to be the next guy for Icy Hot. Once Shaq's done, they got to get Drew Brees with the shoulder.
No, or the
Icy Hot.
or
He would be fucking perfect.
what is it? Brett Favre and Jerry Rice with the knee sleeve.
Oh, copper sleeve. I'm going to get one of those.
Yeah. Fucking copper pin, but that was an absolute destruction. 38-3. Drew Brees didn't even have a great game. Taysom Hill looked like a warrior. Did you guys see? Did you watch that game, Joe?
First half.
Did you watch it at all, Alex?
I watched the first half as well of it.
So Taysom Hill is like their do-it-all guy. He kind of just like plays every position, and they
He's
showed him
also
in the
a Mormon.
fourth quarter, and he had just like an absolute gash on the back of his shoulder. He looked like a warrior. It made me love him even more. I'm all about that guy, but that was like next level kind of stuff.
He's next man up.
Yeah.
Next quarterback for the Saints right there.
Yeah, what do you think, like, when he goes into that starting role, that's going to actually hurt them more than help them? Because I feel like the little dynamic they got going on right now, like, they got Breeze, the traditional guy, and then he, like, lines up as a receiver or fucking...
Yeah.
Or if they just teach Jameson to not throw interceptions, I mean,
Yeah, I heard he got contacts, so he should be good.
Oh. so he can see the other team now.
Yeah. No, I think it would be, honestly, it would be horrible. Like, it's the NFL. It doesn't work.
How many crab
Yeah.
legs do you think you could steal now that you could see the whole batch of crab legs?
He definitely wouldn't get caught. He'd be like, oh, that one's hanging out of my pants.
Oh,
That doesn't look realistic.
there's a defender at the door over there, security guard. I should probably walk right into him.
2 bag boys, 1 cart boy.
Another big shocker of the week, too. Just a pivot. The Bills just taking it to the Seahawks. The Seahawks have
Fuck.
no fucking pass defense. Every team, Josh Allen threw for 415 yards against the Seahawks. Legion of
Doom. They're headed for doom. They're fucking horrible.
Legion of Doom. Yeah, that was a big shocker. I mean, I kind of knew their defense was terrible, but the big thing with that game is the Bills now said, like, hey, wait a second. We know how to beat the Seahawks. We'll give you guys, like, the plan. Like, just throw every play. Just throw every play because they had, like I said, 415 passing yards. I don't even know if they had any rushing yards.
Josh Allen looks like he shoots when he throws the ball. It looks like it's going out of the punt machine. The fake punt. Boom. Just goes 100 miles in the air.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
He overthrows everybody. So the fact that the Seahawks give up that many yards, it just blows my mind.
By the way, the Bills, who had 44 points, did not have a rusher over 30 yards.
But Zach Moss got a touchdown, so that was good. I got him in the league.
So is Josh Allen? Is he a top 5 quarterback in
No.
the NFL?
Not for me.
Hell
no.
So who's ahead of him then?
Russell Wilson, even though he beat him, but
Yeah.
for sure, Russ.
Patrick Mahomes, number 1.
Aaron
Wilson,
Rodgers.
number 2. Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers.
So we got 3 right there.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I gotta dive deep. Shit, I
I
would
could
take
dive
Phillip
deep.
Rivers over him.
Really?
I would.
I will take Deshaun Watson over him for sure. I'll take the little midget over him.
Kyler, yeah, I'll take.
You got to
Kyler.
take Drew Brees still, Tom Brady still.
There's a lot of good. I would take Joe Burrow over him.
Well, that's like a.
I'll take Herbert over him.
Mm.
I think Herbert's good.
So like.
I think the Chargers are in the best spot if they just lose out.
You know who I heard talking about Herbert that really hyped me up about him was
Who?
not Deion Sanders. Fucking.
I don't want to guess.
Who just got the new coaching job for like Jacksonville State or something?
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, maybe it was Deion Sanders, and he was all jazzed up about Herbert. It made me feel really good about it. I was like, see, I've been saying that shit.
Imagine this: next year, they have Justin Jackson back, Eckler's back, healthy, and then you have Keenan Allen coaching up Jalen Waddell, and that's their 2 wide receivers.
Is Waddle? Is he healthy?
Yeah, he's out. He's sitting out the rest of the season.
Yeah, but what's the matter with him?
He broke his ankle.
Well, you can
Let's
walk
get
that
him a
off.
new one. Yeah, let's get him a new one.
You
He'll
can
be
walk that off. A bit. I want to kind of do a quiz.
Oh fuck!
A 1-second quiz. Joe's already sweating.
4 out of 10. Here I go.
No, it's just a 1-answer
I'm
quiz.
calculating my grade in my head. Okay,
It's a
now I have
1-answer
92 on
quiz.
the
You
test.
already have a C-. All you need to do is just pass this fucking one question. Who started at quarterback or who played at least most of the game for Jacksonville?
Oh, I know this guy's name. Lutnitz.
Close.
Something like shitty like that. He did good though.
Lutton.
Lutton.
How many yards did he throw for?
No idea. I won't even look. I saw him do one where he ran to the end zone. They were playing the Texans, right? And he looked like he was gonna get cracked, and he did a spin move, and it was like 2 miles an hour. But the guy dove, and he walked right in.
I didn't
It was
watch
sweet.
1 second of that game.
Okay.
I just
How did you
rolled
just
over on Monday morning.
Quiz me.
I just rolled. I didn't know the answer. That's
Oh.
why I quizzed you. I had no idea who this was. He threw for 304 yards this game. And like, where did this guy play college football? Can someone tell me something else about this?
Oh,
guy?
I want to say that he played at Oregon State.
Wow,
That's my guess.
that's got to be the first good player from Oregon State that they've had since Brandon Cooks. Actually,
Yeah.
the first player that he is probably active on a roster.
Yeah, I think the only other good guy out of Oregon State is Ocho Cinco.
He went to Oregon State.
Yep, I think he went for 1 year and broke a shitload of records.
That's
and
where
they
he
went
found his drug addiction. I bet.
They went like 10-1.
I went to Oregon State. Corvallis, I think it is. It's definitely a big
I hate that
big
school.
drug city.
I hate that school with a passion. Did he go there? Are you looking? Ron,
Ron, you gotta be looking this shit up. Yeah.
where'd Ludwig go to school at?
No, don't look that up. Jake Luton. Luton.
Look at this quarterback for fucking CMU.
We're
I
gonna
told you.
figure that
5'9",
shit out.
220.
But another thing, Cowboys almost beat the Steelers. What the fuck? I think that was just the Steelers playing down to their competition. Not really worried about that. But I do have them next week, which I want to jump into next week kind of early because this last week was just a debacle.
Cowboys have a good quarterback now. It's an ex-Longhorn.
You think?
Dude, he's a stud.
Mm.
Who?
But
Yeah,
it's confirmed.
that's one.
He went to Oregon State.
Cowboys quarterback went to Texas for 2 years.
And then
He played
Other-
in the Natty.
other big days, Herbert 326. I Alex Smith threw for 325 yards. That's good to see. You gotta fucking clap it up for that guy.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going in the game with that leg.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
When they said like, "Oh, this guy's active," he was all like fucking like gimping, and I'm like, that guy is not fucking active.
Did you see like
Dude.
what was like the first or second game of the season? And, like his wife's in the stands, and she's just like, "Please don't let my husband blow up." Like, please.
I feel like he could tear his leg up if he pushed the gas on his car.
What was
too
like
hard.
the situation? Like he snapped his leg in half, obviously, and like did it like hit an artery or what?
I don't know.
Does
but
anyone know the details? Because is it like?
have you seen it?
It's not good.
Oh, I saw the pictures. I
He
saw the
needs
whole
to
thing.
sue the surgeon.
I think it's one of those things where like
I could do that.
if he just like I don't think he can even get hurt anymore.
Oh, it's like a robot leg?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
You
It
can-
doesn't look like a robot leg. It looks like a fucked up leg. That leg is fucked.
It's
Come on.
like half the size.
No,
You can
Dude.
tell it's a rehabbed leg.
He has to push extra hard on the gas. Like he's gotta
No,
give it.
he's driving fucking.
Oh, lefty?
Yeah, lefty. Wait, is it his left foot though? Because that would.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's right.
Yeah.
I just feel like every time he drops back, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm not a. Yeah, that makes me sick. I think it's his left. It just seems like it would be his left. But all right, let's jump into this week. Fuck last week. The only thing we got to say is there's going to be some tight races in the playoffs coming up. A lot of tiebreakers in the AFC that are going to be interesting between like Indianapolis and the Browns
Oh yeah.
and Oakland or RIP Las Vegas. So there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff that goes on there, and then obviously we'll be tracking the shitbag NFC East.
NFC West too. Big race this week.
Yeah, that's a fucking good conference, man.
We got the
Everyone-
Seahawks playing the Rams this week.
Who's in the last place team's the 49ers, and they're 4-4?
4-5. But they without Jimmy G, I mean, their team just sucks. They're horrible. Their whole team's on IR.
With Jimmy G. He played last week and like was terrible. I know he got hurt in the middle of the game, but he fucking looked terrible. Some people were saying that they were going to be better with weird ass cross-eyed dude
Mullins.
Mullins,
That
Ricky
guy,
Mullins.
is that guy? He didn't play the whole game last week.
Mullins, he played the whole game.
Yeah, he was horrible.
Yeah, they look terrible. So let's jump into this week. We finally have a good Thursday night football game. I feel like since Indianapolis against Tennessee.
All right.
Huge fucking game. Whoever wins this game, so they play 2 times in the next 3 weeks. They play this week, then they play someone else next week, and then they play again in 3 weeks. So Indianapolis, on paper, if they won both of these games coming up, they would solidify their playoffs. They would solidify them because they would have the tiebreaker on Tennessee, and they would be like a game up probably. And it would be that's interesting, man. That's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna take fucking Tennessee in that game, by the way.
What are they, -2?
I think it's even now. It was -1.5 on Monday, but I think it's just an even Steven game. So that's going to be an interesting game. Then we got Houston at Cleveland. It's going to be a good one because I love the Browns.
Houston at Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a blowout.
No. Why would you say that?
You guys are
Why
gonna
would you
smack
fucking
them.
say that? You're
Browns by 40.
Joe.
Give me a jersey.
Come on. Come on. Are you going to put money on that one?
Fuck no.
You've learned your lesson.
I'm
Don't
not
ever
even
bet
gonna.
the Browns.
That game won't even be on TV. Any TV I have. Shit.
Then we got the Chargers Dolphins. That's a good one.
I like Tua.
I-
That's 2 young bucks.
This one's just kind of interesting for me because I think that Joe Burrow can pull this upset off. Bengals against Steelers. I think that they can shock the world right there.
Yeah. Big
That-
Ben's playing horrible.
That'll be a fun one. And then we got the Seahawks. Rams will probably be the best one. And then you could say Baltimore versus New England, but
No. Baltimore smack them.
So we got a lot to fucking unravel in the next week, but so much uncertainty. This year is very weird, you know? Like
Yeah.
a team could be great. Like San Francisco started out terrible. Then they had like a 3-week span where like, oh, San Francisco's back. They're going to be good again. And then all of a sudden it's like, write them off. They're done. And I know they've had a fuck ton of injuries, but it's just like strange to see all these injuries and all the coronavirus take out a lot of these big time teams. So, it's going to be interesting to see how it unplays. But do you have playoff teams on the edge at all, Joe? I'll kind of pull this off.
Well, they just expanded the playoff.
Yeah, so you got one extra team.
I think it's 2. They're doing 8 now instead of 6.
No, when did they do that?
I think they said they added 2, right?
No, just one. So it's going to be 7.
7?
Yeah.
What
yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck?
You got
Oh Only one team? What the fuck?
Each division winner and then 3 wild cards. So
Fuck that.
here's
Now the
how it
Rams are
looks
in
now.
trouble.
On the AFC, you got Baltimore, Las Vegas, Miami are currently in the 3 wild cards. And the only teams that are going to go for those 3 spots are Cleveland and Indianapolis.
Cleveland will have to win a lot of conference games.
But
Miami doesn't have to play anybody.
Listen
about
to
it.
Cleveland's remaining schedule, though. It's kind of like
Well,
the easiest shit I've ever heard. Texans should win, right?
Yeah.
Eagles should win, right?
Yep.
Jaguars should win.
Yep.
Then they have the Titans, probably will lose, but could be a good game.
Right.
Ravens probably will lose, but again, could be a good game.
I think they could win that.
Then they got the Giants and the Jets back to back.
Giants defense is good. Okay, party time.
No,
That was like Party Boy from Jackass when he goes in the store. I love that Jackass. And what was the last game?
they finished with the Steelers, so they'll lose that.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know. At this point, like you said, everybody's still a faceless man. We don't know any team. There's not one team that I could say every week I'm confident that, like,
Except
oh
for
yeah,
Kansas City.
I'm not confident in them.
Oh my God, who says
I'm not,
that?
dude. They lost to the Raiders by like 2 scores.
I mean, but that it is the NFL. Like if you just had a team that you expect them to win every game, they went 16-0 every year, that doesn't happen.
the only team I'd say I was close to being like that with was Green Bay until they lost to Minnesota straight up. Like, how the fuck did they do that?
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, the quarterback, he throws like 4 times a game.
I'm telling you that happens every year.
Bullshit.
So I
Pissed me off.
pulled up the playoff thing, and it says right here, it says the NFL had already agreed to expand the playoffs from 12 to 14 teams in the offseason
Nice.
prior to the arrival of the COVID-19 pandemic,
Okay.
adding a third wild card spot to each conference
Yep.
postseason tournament. It will add another spot in the event the pandemic significantly alters its ability to complete important games under the existing schedule or within.
Who
18
makes
weeks.
that decision? You know.
I think
Please
it's-
just say yes. Just give us fucking
You-
8.
You know what's gonna happen is like they're just gonna like
I
they're
love
just gonna expand it, and then there's gonna be freaking 18 teams instead of.
You mean
16
like they're just
essentially.
going to be like,
No,
you know
16
what,
instead
bye
of
week?
14, but I'm down for that.
I'm so down for 8. I love it. No
But in the
bias.
NFC, the 3 teams are right now the Bucks, the Cardinals, and the Rams, and then the 2. Wow,
That's
the NFC fucking sucks. Listen to the 2 teams that are like most viable: Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Those are the 2. So basically, the NFC is like done. Like they don't need to play any more games.
I mean, the Bears could win a few games. The 49ers beat the fucking Rams every time they play.
But do you think the Bears can
No.
win more games than the Rams, or more games than the Cardinals, or more games than the Buccaneers?
I think the Bears could win more games than the Rams and more games than the 49ers. I'm scared for the Rams.
Well, the 49ers aren't going to make it. They're only up there because they haven't had the effects yet of what's really going to happen. I don't know. They'll probably win one more game. They're going to be 5-11.
5-11? Holy shit.
So
That's good for me. I'm a Rams fan.
That's all sitting in the NFC.
The one fucking game they win
will.
will probably be against the Rams. Fuck us.
Yeah. Oh God. Things
What-
are starting to unfold. It's
What's
just
so good in the
ugly.
AFC? Fucking Colts are
It's just
dominating
so
over
ugly.
there.
And we can look. Let's look at the little season leaders too. Let's see. We can talk about MVP a little bit. Who do you? I mean, you can always kind of put in Patrick
Rodgers.
Mahomes.
Rodgers. He's so fucking good. I
Dude, you know
love
who's a
Aaron
sleepy
Rodgers.
MVP?
Um,
Dalvin Cook.
yeah, can you keep it up?
I think he ran for 200 yards this week.
He has 40 fantasy points because I fucking played him.
Every week. Every week.
Fucking guy's running like his hair's on fire. Jesus, man.
So Matt Ryan has the passing yards right now. Dalvin Cook has the rushing yards. Stephon Diggs has the receiving yards. Ooh, sneaky Stephon. That's probably because he got fucking 300 yards this week.
He,
It's the shitbag Seahawks.
He's done pretty good every week. I have him on my fantasy team. I think it's because, what's his name? Josh Allen just throws it 80 yards, and he's fast enough to get it. Like 1 out of 10, he'll just catch it.
Do you
So
think
he
that
gets 80 yards.
Do you think that the Seahawks are gonna
Implode?
ruin their chances of becoming a contender because their defense is so bad, or do you think that their offense can just carry them?
They have Pete Carroll. He's defensive minded. They'll figure it out. And Russell
Not
Wilson.
working.
Russell Wilson, dude, they kept coming back. Did you watch the score on that game? It was like they were down by 14, 10, 7, then 14, then 17, then 14. Like, they kept scoring. If they didn't have those two bad
That's not
plays,
shocking, though, because they're going to put their points up. I guess what makes them a contender is the fact that their defense just has to get one stop, and then they'll
yeah.
win.
I was thinking it was lucky that Josh Allen didn't turn the ball over, because he turns the ball over like 2 or 3 times a game. He just didn't do that last week.
He's like whatchamacallit. Who's the guy that always throws a pick when he's got guys? Oh,
Sam Darnold.
And Daniel Jones. Yeah, the New York boys. They just like
Pick
throwing
boys.
to other people when someone's hanging on them, so maybe they should like throw it away or something like that. And Josh Allen's like that too. He thinks like everyone like get on for a piggyback ride, and I'm gonna try to throw this 60-yard touchdown real quick.
Dude, when they played the Rams, he was throwing guys down by their face mask. He was getting sacked by 3 guys, throwing people down and just hucking it. I'm like, fuck.
That's another thing. I'm glad you brought up the fucking stiff arm, because there's a lot of people. I feel like cornerbacks are just getting tossed this year. Just little children, get off me. There's so many people that are just throwing kids around. DK Metcalf, he was like walking out of bounds this week and just took a guy's helmet and set it on the ground and then like casually walked out of bounds. Like, didn't need to embarrass that guy in front of his family and friends, but did it anyways. That's been happening a lot.
That's a concussion. If he hits you in the head, you're done.
But a little
going
defensive
to sleep.
action, I'll kind of throw these. Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett are tied for sacks with 9. Myles Garrett, I didn't know he was that high, but
Aaron
good.
Donald's the best player on NFL. Hands down.
When's the last time a defensive player won the MVP?
It's basically like a quarterback award now.
I don't. There's not even a chance. I don't even think they get in on the voting.
I think that they just get their defensive MVP for them is like MVP.
Yeah.
So, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that have bigger than that of a shocker would be a running back winning MVP.
Yeah, definitely.
That's kind of shocking that doesn't happen, Mark. Because
Defensive?
Well, no, running back. Because doesn't a running back like win it quite often, like the Heisman in college? No.
It used to be like that. Yeah, I feel like they just have to be above and beyond so much better than everyone else that it's like, all right, that's clear.
It's
And
a spread now.
Dalvin Cook's
spread.
doing that this year. He's like kind of saying like, yo, I'm way better than everyone right now. I mean, just literally look at fantasy and you're like, holy fuck, this guy doesn't stop scoring points.
Oh my god, that was the biggest shit show. Yes, Maction. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You gotta love the action, the punch out the back.
He just took a safety. He thinks that's a
Fuck it.
touchback. He thinks
Fuck
that was
it.
a touchback. He thinks that
Was that a block kick or what was that?
He fumbled. It was just a clusterfuck.
An
That guy's
absolute
35.
Debacle. But I think we can kind of finish it out with this. Nothing too crazy happened last week. We'll get to our bets in DGen's corner, which I'm a little shaky about this week, but that's normally when I do my best. So stay tuned. But the biggest thing I'm going to say is Chiefs are going to win it all again. I'm sorry. I think so. I think it's like a done, foregone conclusion unless they slip up in the playoffs somehow. And the Ravens aren't who we thought they were. I said this in I think like our first or second podcast that they were frauds. And everyone was like, well, what does that mean? I'm like, they're not a bad team, obviously, but they're just frauds as in they can't beat the good teams when they need to. And they do that every year in the first round of the playoffs, and their offense sucks. Their offense sucks this year. It's not the same, man.
Can't run the ball. Mark Ingram's been out. He's been hurt, and they thought they could replace him with that rookie. It just doesn't bring the same energy.
Dobbs.
What's it called? How's Le'Veon Bell looked? with the
Horrible.
Chiefs? Really?
He was like, last week he had 4 carries for 8 yards.
They're not really giving him the ball, but he does look like shit. You know he looks exactly like is fucking Todd Gurley, dude.
Todd Gurley's having a good season, though.
Like Todd Gurley is so consistent at like 15 yards from line of scrimmage, but 2 touchdowns. So he's like good on fantasy, but like, is he really good, you know?
Yeah, he's just killing clock.
Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell are the same people. They look hurt. They're running and they either like one are trying to protect themselves and like milk out as much money as they can throughout their career, or they're legit hurt because they look funny. Le'Veon Bell's on my fantasy team, so I've been watching him as much as I can. And when he runs, I'm like, oh my god, it makes my knee hurt.
What's it called? Did Antonio Brown play this last weekend? I know he was like available. I think he practiced.
He played.
I think he played.
He did.
There
He
was
had
like
a couple receptions.
They said a pick was on him at some point when I was watching Pissed Off. They said he ran the wrong route. And
Yeah.
it was a pick, and Brady went and smashed his helmet.
the
Brady
other-
was fucking just giving out like it was Halloween, dude. Like candy. Here you go. Here's your ball. I've never seen that from Brady. It was kind of refreshing.
What's it called? I saw that fucking who has Des Bryant? Someone activated Des Bryant.
Ravens.
The Ravens.
Yeah,
He didn't touch the field, did he?
I think they keep showing a warm-up clip of him. Like,
That's
he
sick.
runs like a 10-yard out, and Lamar throws it to him, so I don't think he caught shit.
Everyone's like, ooh,
yeah, they keep posting it. I'm
look
like,
at that route.
he didn't do shit.
Oh man.
But got a lot to unpack as far as the Masters, baseball, college football. So let's get to it. Thanks for listening, bros. We'll get to our picks in DJ's Corner. Boom.
Yo, my bros, we're back, and we're diving into college football. We had a little topic going right here. Alex had a good question, so I wanted to get this on the pod for you. Let's get started with it, Alex.
So I just remember talking about this last week. Joey mentioned that he thought that if USC won on Saturday, that they had a really good shot at going undefeated. So I have a friend of mine, his name's Trevor, asked him what he thought about that. And he kind of was like, there's almost no way, because in his mind, he's including the conference championship, which he said would be Oregon.
That's not your regular season.
Yeah.
What is it?
The conference championship isn't the regular season.
I guess.
They have 6. They play the South. ASU, to me, is the best team in the South, even though they lost. Fucking gave up 14 points in 2 minutes.
So who's USC going to lose to?
I don't see them. They play Arizona, Colorado, UCLA,
Does Oregon
Utah.
beat them?
And
Well, that's-
Washington,
Washington State.
yeah.
How did you guys get to fucking Texas?
Okay,
That's
so then he jumped into this.
So then I asked because of how he said UCLA hasn't been good since like the 90s, really.
Since I've been alive.
Yeah.
They'll be good one day. That's so sad.
Yeah.
So and then it just got me thinking how like about SC and how SC really is like hasn't been good ever, and I just kind of asked, well, okay, yeah, like, recent, like since they lost to Texas.
They had some good years after that,
Yeah.
but they haven't won it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I agree.
So I asked
10
him,
years. 10 years for sure.
if you would trade the moment, and some people might not remember. I can't even remember the moment that made me a Dodger fan. But would you trade that one signified moment that made you a fan, like if the rest of your life you never got to see another championship, you just had that one moment that made you a fan of that team, and then you had to suffer the rest of your fandom.
And I would definitely, with Texas, I'm taking that every time. I mean, they won the greatest college football game of all time. Greatest finish of all time, to the corner. I'm living it right now. I mean,
But I would say Ohio State's was better.
No, what play? When
But
they beat Alabama?
That's what makes you be a fanatic fan. Oh, well, I mean,
in the
I was born and raised an Ohio State fan, but I mean, I got to see them fucking win national championship live, and they were unbelievable. Look at the team they had. They had Ezekiel Elliott. They had like 4 different quarterbacks that could start. I think Joe Burrow was like 8th string quarterback that year.
Cardell Jones won them that championship.
Yeah, and then they had fucking Joey Bosa. They had their whole defense secondary is every best D-back that you know in the NFL right now.
So I have another like good game that we could play based off of that. It's like, so pick, knowing what you know now, you can't pick your favorite team. Like you pick your favorite NFL team, you pick your favorite college team, and I'll pick my favorite baseball team, and it can't be your current favorite. So I guess your number 2 team, or it doesn't even necessarily have to be your number 2
that.
team. Just like if you wanted to go pick another fan base.
Yeah,
or,
if that team just didn't exist and you were like,
Yeah.
fuck, this is my team.
I want to like be a part of them as a culture.
Yeah, well, if that's what makes you a fan of, like
I'm a big culture guy.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
like, what would be your
What's your second team?
yeah besides Texas?
This is a bandwagon pick, but I would be an Alabama fan.
Oh,
I mean, they just dominate.
see,
not that
you
they
just
only
picked the best though.
But not that they only get good players. Like, a lot of teams get good players. Texas gets top 5 recruiting class every year, and we fucking suck.
Yeah.
Nick Saban has built a culture. He's badass. I love everything about them. Those guys do not talk shit.
Yeah, it's hard to
love
not
it.
like. It's hard to not like winners.
I love a winner. I love a winner.
I love
who
a
would
winner.
your
I love a
baseball
winner.
be?
I love a fucking
See, like
winner.
that one's hard. It really is, because it goes into like like the legacy, the stuff in the past, and like you think like that, like you're like, oh well, like the Yankees, right? So like that's a huge one, but for me, I think just like other teams like that
This is not including like how they have done in the past, right?
Yeah, well, just anything that
I'm
was-
including the championships. Like
Yeah.
I would love to have been a fan for those 4.
Exactly, and
That would've
that's
been-
kind of like what I'm leaning to, and I know they're in a rough spot right now, but just trying to like I'm a big culture guy too. Like I like to go to the stadium as a fan of that team and know that like I'm chilling because I'm with like the homies, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't like some weak ass fan base, so I'd say probably a Red Sox fan.
Oh,
Ooh.
for
You know, and they're not even my
That's
second
a-
favorite team, but I
You
think
have to. They
Yeah.
bleed that shit.
yeah,
dude.
I want to
That's-
be like if I
yeah.
had to pick another fan base, like I'd want one that's similar. Like we
It's
die.
insane. So I
or-
went to go visit a buddy who lived in Boston, and his friends used to just rattle off baseball stats. Like everything. They knew everything about anything in baseball. And all these Boston people, I'm like, holy fuck, you'd go to a bar and they would be rattling off all these different stats. And I'm like, this place loves baseball, dude.
Yeah, no, I think that's like the really fun one. And then on top of what kind of what Joey said, like the championships is a big deal, and they have
yeah. That's
in
why
my-
you cheer.
Yeah, and in my lifetime, they have one in 2004, 2007, 2013, and 2018. So I mean, that's pretty fucking good.
And imagine being a fan for the Red Sox when they finally broke that, what was it, 80-year streak or
Yeah, and
something?
in
Like,
2004, it's
you'd be
like
crying your eyes out.
Yeah,
You'd
and
be
like
dying.
think about like I bet a lot of baseball fans like they've picked their favorite team based off of who's been good recently, and that's why you see like these fan
Oh, yeah.
bases like the Giants and like the Red Sox, like they have so many good fans now because of their recent success. But what about you? What about for the NFL? What would you pick?
Oh, dude. I don't know, man.
He's locked into the worst franchise of all time.
Yeah. I can go anywhere and it would be up. That's for
Yeah.
sure. So I kind of like the underdog story, but of course I would want to just be a winner. So I'm leaning towards the Packers, but they're kind of tied with the Chiefs because I love the Chiefs atmosphere. Nothing to do with how good they are right now. Like even when they're a mediocre team, that fucking stadium is supposedly the loudest stadium. That's just like what I've heard. Even before they were good. So I would pick between those, but then you can't be like Lambeau. Like it's snowing and the stadium is completely fucking packed and it's 20 degrees outside. Like that's fucking football if I've ever seen it. So those are probably the two.
That's a
Right.
fucking deep question right there. I'm honestly, I'm really thinking about it. Bama's so far. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to be a USC fan, even though they've gone through so much hell.
You don't like Ohio State? What the fuck?
I'm not an Ohio State guy though.
Don't
Like
you
that's
just like
just
being a winner though? You just talked about winning for how long? Ohio State always wins. Them and Alabama are the only two.
I don't like the way they do their players at Ohio State.
They all go to the league.
Yeah, the ones that make it. But I'm saying there's a lot of guys that they do dirty.
Dude.
They do dirty recruiting tactics.
You think
over there.
Alabama
They
doesn't
tell
do that
everybody,
shit?
"Hey, you're gonna be the next guy. Come in."
That's absurd.
They signed fucking every 5-star quarterback. They just flipped Quinn Ewers. I don't know how to say his name. He's a 5-star from Texas. He's a junior this year. He was committed to Texas. Fucking, we're sucking this year. He uncommits, and guess where he's crystal balled?
Ohio State.
Yeah, because they fucking promised him the world. They're probably in his ear. You want to go there and win 5 games, be in the Big 12, the middle? You're never going to go to the
They
NFL.
just so what you're saying is they stack up on good players.
Yes,
Sounds like
they do.
Alabama. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but
You
I would.
picked a team. Ohio State. I mean, the colors are beautiful.
Yeah, but at least Alabama sticks with their guys. They play a Mac Jones, even though he's not the best quarterback on that roster. He's been there the longest. They have loyalty.
Well, that's why they suck.
Fucking good. They
No,
are fucking good.
that's why they suck, Joe.
They're number
That's-
one.
You're answering your own questions. Quit playing the fucking.
I hate what Ohio State did to Joe Burrow, and I'm so glad that he won a natty. And I love Joe Burrow, and that's why I won't
That's
pick
what I
Ohio
wanted
State.
to come out because that's what I knew.
That's
was
why.
the real reason.
Yeah. That's the number one reason because I love Cardale Jones. If they didn't do what they did to Joe Burrow, I probably would have picked them because I love Cardale Jones. I thought that was the sickest thing ever. That a guy played 3 games, won a natty. What the fuck? Have you ever fucking heard of that?
And just like lit it up.
Yeah.
Like didn't just like sneak by like Kirk Cousins' victory or anything. Like he fucking lit it up every game. That was the most unbelievable run because they beat Alabama in like a shootout, like 45-42, and then they had to play Oregon and they beat them like
They
40.
dominated.
And then the game before to get into the playoffs, they had to beat Wisconsin really
Yeah.
bad and they beat them like 60-0.
Do you know who their OC was?
Tom Herman.
Yep.
Of course I know
Motherfucker.
Tom Herman.
Fucking biggest trick of all time. Fucked us.
You don't like him, huh?
I hate him. He said this week After we beat West Virginia 17-14, he said we're a work in progress. He's been at the school for 4 years. He has 3 recruiting classes under him. We have a 4th-year starting senior quarterback, and we're a fucking work in progress.
Dude,
what the fuck?
I think
do you
the
need
biggest
20
thing
years?
is the quarterback's not the guy. So do you have someone better than him? Because
Yes.
Ellinger is not the guy.
Dude, all the backup quarterbacks.
Well, all the people that you were talking about that we fucked over at Ohio State, you have that coach currently. And what are you saying? He's just doing it because he's at Texas?
No, he's just stupid. I mean, I don't think he knows what he's doing. I hate the coach. I hate him with everything in my heart. Like, he lets me down every Saturday. You know how hard that is? And that's how I'm saying that answer to you about how I wouldn't trade Vince Young, because Vince Young's run to the corner was that sweet.
Oh, yeah.
It was that fucking sweet.
Yeah, I mean, like...
It doesn't get sweeter than that.
That fucking... See, that era with, like, Reggie Bush and all that was the most incredible years of college football I've ever seen.
Yeah, like Alabama's won 4 natties since then. But I wouldn't trade those 4 natties for the one Texas got. Because that game,
SC
you don't
could definitely
beat that
say
game.
that with a lot of people. I could see why being an SC fan would be fun. I think we just don't choose them because they're not good right now. But
yeah.
SC would be fun. Like, I sometimes would be fucking like jealous of them because they beat up on Ohio State 2 years in a row, and I was like, fuck.
And the colors look good. They get all the good players. Like, it meshes well. They're Hollywood. Like, Reggie Bush, and then you look at Matt Leinart, and then you look at the defensive side. Who's the psychopath that played for the Texans? Brian Cushing, Clay Matthews, Ray Maluga. Yeah, they had Taylor Mays. Like, they had badass.
Taylor Mays is the scariest guy, aside from that guy from Baylor, I think, that I've ever seen on a college football stadium.
Look up Taylor Mays' highlight tape in college. He's fucking sick.
Takes heads off.
I don't know how he didn't pan out in the NFL. He's just...
Whatever happened to Sean Oakman, the guy from Baylor? Do you have any idea?
I don't want to put this on him, but I think he's kind of the reason that Baylor got in trouble with the sexual assault stuff that they covered up.
And so you think that took him down?
It was like there was like 30 guys on that team.
He had to have still gotten a try. I mean, people are like, the NFL is pretty fucking lenient, to say the least.
I think I read something where he might have went to prison.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
And then he got out, and now he's in like an arena league. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but...
Jesus, Sean. All right. You read, see, change the subject.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but fucking, hey, let's get us into college football. I know you got shit written up. We just went on a spew.
Let's jump into the recap from last week. Biggest games of the week. I'll start with BYU, Boise State. BYU destroyed the Broncos. Like, they've never lost at home by that many points.
That was heartbreaking.
Ever. Did you guys watch that game?
Yeah, it was bad.
It hurts my eyes to look at
like
the fucking field. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it, but I've seen games on that field, and it's hard. It's hard to watch.
They got a new blue field, I think. Like, blue is.
Are we talking about Boise?
Yeah,
it's bluer than blue.
Dude, they did the replays from like years past when they've never lost, and it's like a turquoise blue, like a teal blue. This is blue. Like, oh fuck, I'm having an aneurysm.
I want to see it now. What the fuck,
dude? The game with the lights on it, and
I wasn't even paying attention.
I couldn't even focus on. It was just like the abstract of the field with their black jerseys was killing me.
Seeing blue and black like that.
They
kind
got
of blue
fucking
and black.
pounded.
Like, that doesn't look good.
They got absolutely
hard to
pounded.
see.
That was embarrassing. I mean, used to Boise State team.
With that win, BYU is basically, to me, in the hunt for the college football playoff. They went out. They should get in, undefeated.
Yeah, why not?
And I mean, would you
look at this? Look at this shit.
Yeah, that's bad. It doesn't even look like it's legit.
But it's not like blue. It's
is that why they played bad?
The color of the field.
Don't switch the field.
I think it's their jerseys.
Well,
that looks like.
So this guy, number 16, is the third string quarterback. Halfway through the game,
what happened to Sears?
Sears and the kid Hank Burmeyer.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was Sears. They went through 3 quarterbacks in this game. Hank didn't play. That's the kid from Kaiser. Beast.
All right, stay focused.
Okay, so Hank didn't play. Sears played, got hurt. Next guy comes in, gets hurt. They're playing a 4th-string quarterback.
Oh my god.
He had a noodle arm. He was about 150 soaking wet.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Poor kid. He had gold pants.
He just came from like their local high school.
So if what's it called? So if Notre Dame would have lost this week, would you be locking BYU in at the 4 spot?
Yeah, that's what pisses me off.
By the way, fucking what a fucking win, dude.
That's what I have next here is fucking Notre Dame, Clemson, the most watched football game on NBC for college football of all time. 14 million people.
Wow.
Well, it was worth it because that was probably the best football game we'll get all year.
And Clemson fucking ruined the game at the end. There was a minute 53 left. I don't know if you guys saw Chip Kelly. There was a holding call on second down on Clemson, and he accepted the penalty and called the timeout. And after the refs explained to him what he just did, he got to decline the penalty and get his timeout back.
What? How does that even make sense?
Because they're at home cooking.
He declined the penalty
So
just to get his penalty back, or just to get his
no
timeout out.
So there was 1:53 left. It's second down.
I get that.
They ran it, and it went for 1 yard.
Okay.
He accepts the holding to give them another down.
Okay.
So instead of just going to third down, he accepts the penalty, so it goes to second down, and called the timeout. They give him so now, because the penalty stops the clock no matter what, he's a fucking idiot. So now they decline the penalty, go to lineup again. The clock stopped. I don't know why. Give him his timeout back. The running back, ETN, probably going to win the fucking Heisman maybe, runs out of bounds on third down.
I'm so confused on the Chip Kelly thing. Like, he just got a penalty, and then
Yeah.
he called a timeout. Why did he have to decline the penalty?
Because it was going to be third down. They didn't want to give the offense another down. There was a minute 50 in the game.
I
Yeah.
see.
So they let him decline the penalty,
Good
get his
for them.
timeout back. Yeah, it was complete bullshit.
Whatever.
And then-
They had a fucking chance to win. They were in overtime, and that Clemson, I'm saying, and they just didn't get it done. But
What do you
DJ looks
expect?
good, man.
Yeah, he
DJ
looks good. But then you got all the Notre Dame fans out there. Even if Trevor Lawrence played, we would have won.
Oh, let him be good for once.
Come on.
Let him be good.
You're talking about a generational talent.
Let them
Best quarterback in 10 years. Kid is fucking a smoke
DJ
show.
went through for 439 yards.
Okay, but if Trevor Lawrence is in the game, does Clemson get a first down on that and just end the game with a minute 50 left?
Maybe
Yes.
not. You just never know.
Okay, maybe not. Overtime. Does Trevor Lawrence get stopped one time against Notre Dame's defense? If DJ threw for 440,
Maybe Notre Dame's just fucking good.
they gave up 440 yards at home to a freshman.
That's college football.
No, that's
That's
just
not called.
that's just Notre Dame being in a good spot, and now we have to deal with this shit. They're gonna play in 4 weeks. Notre Dame's gonna lose to Clemson by 3 scores. So it'll be fucking 48-21.
Are
And
they
then-
in?
Yeah, well, they only have 1 loss. They should get in, and then we get to watch them go play Bama and lose by 50.
If Notre Dame's not good, we'll know. If Notre Dame's not good, we'll know by then.
Did you see this guy? He fumbled into the fucking end
They
zone.
may lose fucking before then.
Oh, their schedule coming up. The only chance they have to lose is Miami, and we've seen De'Aaron King can't throw the ball.
That's normally when Notre Dame loses, is when like they're supposed to win, and then they lose.
Okay, well, I'm just sad that we have to deal with that conversation now. I
Let's
don't
get
want
to
to
it
deal
when-
with that conversation.
Let's get to when we get that. I think that Notre Dame's a good fucking team. I think
Oh,
they're good.
fucking hate them.
I hate them.
I fucking hate.
I love.
I think I
Clemson's
hate them almost more
uniforms,
than any team in like sports besides like the Astros.
though. Aren't those Clemson uniforms
And the
clean,
Angels.
dude?
Oh, they're beautiful.
The all whites with the orange helmet. I'm not even supposed to like them.
I hate everything about Notre Dame, and I'm so mad they won this game.
I don't like the gold helmet.
Who else did we have that was a huge game? Florida, Georgia.
That was the last.
Florida,
big game I
Georgia
had.
line. Did you hear the senator of Florida and Georgia? So they were like asking him why he can't. This is non-political at all. They were asking him why he couldn't count the votes on Saturday, and he's like, "Well, Florida and Georgia are playing." I was all, "That's fucking fantastic."
That's good.
He
That's
like
a
knew.
state.
He saw it on his schedule, and he's like, "Fuck, I have to count votes in Florida, Georgia plays." He saw it like 2 months ago.
I'm moving to that state. I didn't even know that. I'm going. Pack my bag.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, Georgia got dominated. They lost 28-44. Half their defense was out. They're done. I mean, Florida, all they have to do now is win out, and they're in. They just have to beat Bama in the conference championship. That's all. That's all they got to do. That's all the Florida fans are saying. All we got to do is win out and beat Bama. It's easy. It's like making your bed in the morning.
They just know what they have to do, though. They're like, "Fuck it. We know we don't have a good shot, but we do have shots. So let's do it."
Yeah, I guess it is nice to just kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah, I
for a
used to
while,
love,
right?
like, I used to love watching South Carolina day in, day out when
Right.
I was there because every game was a good game. You know, you didn't have like that Indiana if you're in the Big Ten or like a ton of teams in the Big 12, like Kansas, whatever, you know. it was nonstop. Like, oh fuck, we just played Florida. All right, next week we have Tennessee. Next week we have Texas A&M. Like, it never stops, you know.
It seems like this year though, South Carolina is that team. I mean,
Yeah.
they said they're
No,
gonna fire the coach.
They are that team. It is absolutely. They are bad. The coach that should have gone a long time ago. He's not
Will?
getting. Yeah, he's just not getting the athletes. The
He's not a
defense
good
is
coach. I cannot imagine him recruiting somebody. He
dude.
probably puts in a dip and spits on their carpet.
He
Rubs it in with his foot.
He's actually a really big charmer, dude. But like when he's mad, that fool's fucking mad. You would see him at practice, and you're like, oh.
Do you see that? Does Trevor Lawrence pitch the ball to the fucking
wasn't
defense for a
even
touchdown?
The quarterback's fucking fault. That
He
fell out of his
threw it.
hands.
What do you mean he threw it right to the defender?
Joe, do you want me to fucking get up and rewind?
Rewind it. We're doing a rewind because he threw it.
Look at it.
Okay.
Went off the running back.
And
Oh, come on, Joe. Fucking pay up, son. Let's
That's
go.
still-
That's ETN. That could totally happen with Lawrence. Don't
Yeah.
fucking blow the game.
that doesn't happen with a quarterback and a running back that have been playing together for 3
Aw,
years. That
dude.
doesn't happen.
Dude, that
Doesn't
was
happen.
ETN's fucking fault, dude. Catch the ball. That was definitely could happen. Sorry, we're fucking rambling.
Get the low toss in there, kid. Laces out. Put it on fucking point.
Laces.
Yeah, Texas A&M fucking smoked.
Grave ankle.
Next thing I got here is for the Final Four, as of today, what 4 teams you guys got?
I mean,
You got to pick today.
There's so much game to be
I
played.
think what did we? I think if I can even remember what I said originally. I know I for sure said Bama. I think
I would take Bama.
I think Clemson's in there.
At today, no.
Really?
For me, no.
So we're just saying if the season ended, like we don't.
Today, like if they're like coronavirus is too crazy, we're taking the 4 best.
Ooh.
I got it.
Well, I guess you got to put Notre Dame in there.
I would love to
unfortunately.
Yep,
see Coastal
you have
get
to.
in there.
Oh, I would too. I would take Notre Dame, Bama. I would take BYU, and
Okay.
I would take Florida.
Ooh, I don't like that at all.
Those are the teams I would take.
Florida at 4-1
Yes.
over Clemson at 7-1.
Yes.
What's the
So
logic
if the
on that
season
one?
ends today, I'm taking, this is so easy, Bama, Notre Dame, Ohio State,
Oh fuck!
and maybe throw in Cincinnati.
That's who I had. I had Ohio State. I did not have Florida. Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
was easy. I wasn't taking any teams with a loss. I was wondering why I fucked that up. Yeah, I'm
So
taking
who's
all
your 4?
undefeated. Ohio State, Bama, Notre Dame, and BYU.
Oh,
Dude, they proved themselves to me on the blue turf. They killed
here's
it.
the sleepers, dude. Indiana, sleeper. I don't know if they're going to get in, but they run their own table. That's always...
Don't they have to play Ohio State?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they can get through that, which I'm just getting hopeful for the Big Ten, you know. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I want Ohio State to win, but I think Indiana's actually a pretty good team. They spanked Michigan, dude.
Yeah.
Is Cincinnati
38-21.
not any good?
Huh?
Cincinnati's not any good?
They play good defense, but they play in the Conference USA. I would rather watch BYU than them. Their quarterback's kind of whack.
Yeah, BYU has a big win now with Boise State, so I think they'll get in over Cincinnati no matter what.
Have you seen their schedule? They
BYU?
play North Alabama and San Diego State, and they're done.
BYU?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I think they should add games on to the rest of the season. I think that BYU needs to add.
Well, if they don't win by 50 against both of those games, they're going to be judged. So it's actually a
Yeah.
lot of pressure.
But if they do win by 50,
Why did they play less
Yeah.
games?
no, they're playing 10. They've just played way more than everybody.
Oh, so they're
Everyone
already
started different.
Yeah, they're almost done.
Oh,
Like, that's weird because, like, the
So-
Big Ten's still going to have 5 more weeks left, and they're just going to have to sit and do nothing.
Yeah, they're just going to be practicing against themselves, which is going to be horrible.
yeah.
They're going to
Practice
come out.
against yourself, practice against yourself, boom, you got Alabama. Good luck.
What the fuck is that?
I've been going against 6'1", 250 tackle. Now I'm
going against Walk On
6'8".
Tommy right now, and now I got fucking big ass. I don't even want to
Well,
name it.
dude, that changes. I didn't even know that. Like, I mean, that puts Ohio State and like looking at the stand. That puts them in a really good spot because they're
Who?
gonna go because they'll go into the playoffs have played games.
Ohio
Into
State,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
and
they'll
everyone-
be fresh.
And
Same with the
everyone else is
Pac-12.
going to be finishing up. Because,
How's the Pac-12 going to get 10? Are they 8? They may have cut it down to 8.
Yeah, I think they're 6-game season, and then they have the 7. It's 7.
Oh my god.
But
that
then
sucks.
here's the other side. Ohio State's game got fucking canceled this week.
Oh, I saw
How
that.
do you make that game up?
You don't.
So then they win fucking 5 games.
9.
Oh my God.
Dude,
Wisconsin
you
already
know
missed 2
Ohio
games.
State's one of the best teams. They don't have to do anything except for not lose. Like, let's be real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if they have a letdown,
That's why I'm.
Yeah, then they're out. I think if they had the letdown without Maryland, they're out.
That's kind of just why I think it's a little like you don't think it's a little generous to BYU over Clemson that they lost a game in double overtime without Trevor Lawrence. Like
I like a winner.
I know,
I
but
like a winner.
but like it's not supposed to be based off of record, right? It's supposed to be based off like the actual best four teams.
I do it both. If a team wins out, I mean, you beat everybody you played. You're good,
yeah,
right?
sure.
Like,
But like
it is
you
what it
have,
is.
I mean, that's like what he was just saying, like Coastal Carolina.
Oh, that would be sick.
I mean, look who they played. Though.
No, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? Like
Did they even have like one big dog
like
on their record?
you got to
No, they don't. They don't have one good win. I think you need one good win.
you have to like because like we all know
I
like,
can't
this
believe
is
they
the
just
way
got
that I
put
look at it. Like
15.
if Clemson goes in and gets in, like let's say they had a match off for the 4 spot,
But we're
with
just talking
BYU.
about this week.
yeah,
Like if
dude.
it ended right now.
I think if it ended right
This
now, I think
schedule
like the
is-
people who make that bracket could still confidently say that Clemson is a better team than BYU.
Definitely, but
Isn't that how you rank the top?
yeah,
4
but you
in the
pay
playoffs?
dues, right? If guys go 10-0, they win their season, they won every game they played. Give them a shot. Clemson's there every fucking year, and it's
Oh.
not going to be Clemson because Clemson's going to beat fucking Notre Dame, and I want Notre Dame out. But they're
Yeah.
one loss, fucking motherfuckers.
So you were just hoping to get pounded and then get pounded again.
Yeah, I just wanted the conversation to be over so we could get the non-Power 5 team in there. And now we have this shit.
Listen to the schedule from Coastal Carolina. They beat Kansas. I don't even know the second team. Arkansas State.
Camden.
The Raging Cajuns.
University of Laverne.
Redlands, Whittier.
Dude, look at these. I don't even know these names. Gastonia, Gassalian.
They beat USA last week.
What is going
That's Southern Alabama. I bet on that.
Did you hit?
Yeah, that was easy. Who'd they play before that? Georgia Southern, and then they played Georgia State. They play nobodies, dude.
That's bad.
It's so crazy, like, because you just have, like, I can just. This is like AA baseball compared to the major leagues.
Yeah, but the greatest thing about football is that the dog can win sometimes.
It-
Every dog has
That's why
their
bowl
day.
season's so sick because you get
Yeah.
to see if these teams were really actually good.
Yeah, so that means Coastal Carolina is going to probably get like a big bowl game.
Yeah, Coastal
Yeah.
Carolina will get like fucking Oregon.
Yeah, and then there's also Liberty's undefeated, and they just beat Virginia Tech, who's a big ACC team, and Liberty is a nobody. And they're 7-0. You should have seen that game ending. They fucking lined up for a 51-yard field goal.
Who was this?
Liberty versus Virginia Tech.
Liberty has the craziest games. In Vegas, they had a crazy ass game. I was like, what is going on? Everyone was cheering for them. I didn't know they were going to be this good.
This is like if USC lost to Sacramento State. Like, that's how bad Liberty should be. But they got a really good coach. Anyway, the fucking last kick of the game, no time left, 51-yard field goal. Virginia Tech blocks it, takes it to the house to win. The fucking coach did the timeout thing, so the play didn't count.
That is the most heartbreaking thing I've ever heard in my entire
Liberty
life.
lines up again, kicks it, goes right through. They win. Oh, my God. Sometimes you can't overthink yourself, son.
Jeez.
Stick to what you know.
Oh man,
That was the saddest shit. All right, what do we got next here? Okay, so if the end of the season, my prediction is Clemson's going to hammer Notre Dame. I got Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama, and BYU. What about you guys?
yeah. I'm gonna go Bama, Ohio State, Clemson, Notre Dame.
Fuck you. Fuck, I don't want to see that game 3 times.
I'm going to go Bama, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Florida.
I like Florida. That was a good pick.
But
Yeah.
all right. You guys want to talk about a little bit of Masters? Should we just throw this in this party?
Yeah. Let's go for it. I don't know anything about golf.
All right, we got Masters obviously coming up this week. Absolutely massive week. If you're a real golf DGen, there's some good picks. I don't know. Have you been looking at any of the lines?
Dude, okay.
How
so
do you bet golf?
I was talking about that before. Like, I don't get it. Like, are you only supposed to pick like who you actually think is gonna win the whole
So
fucking
there's
thing?
different ways. There's different ways. You can pick like who you want to win the whole thing, who you think is going to get in top 5, top 10, top 20.
Is it
You
like
can't-
horse
they
racing?
don't
Like you
just
could
give
do like
you-
an exacta, like it's going to be this
No,
guy and this
no,
guy?
no. No,
Do
you
they do
can't. That would, but that would be the worst because it's not fast. So you'd be like, oh, I need this guy to hit. Oh, you would be wishing for fucking.
What about
Be
scores?
excited you never did.
Like,
It's always alive.
Do they have like Tiger like? Oh, we have him like shooting 15 over this
No.
weekend. Like,
No,
can you
what
bet
they'll
the
have-
under?
No, they'll have like, so what I just said, like how they're going to place. And then they also will be like, all right, Tiger against Rory today. Like they'll have a pairing together, Tiger against Rory. And then they'll say, who do you think's going to win? And they'll give you different
Oh.
odds on the different guys. And then so you can bet individual matchups. But it's a lot more fun to just pick like 4 or 5 guys that you think's going to win or like
Oh,
the
yeah.
top 10. Like I have a couple big ones. I think Tony Finau top 10 is a lock. So any degenerate fucking
Tony Finau.
golf guys want to listen. Tony Finau top 10's a lock. I just threw Tiger Woods in to win it because fucking Tiger Woods. It's $20 to win $680.
I mean, that's good, clean fun right there.
That's good, clean. Like you don't even have to be a
Yeah.
degenerate if you want to watch golf this weekend. There you go. And then there's also $20 on Jason Day to win like $1,100.
I think Bryson DeChambeau is the favorite. I think.
Yeah, Bryson's weak. Like you wouldn't want to bet on that unless you were really confident about it. But there's some like guys that you could throw some money at that it's fun. So I did those ones.
Watch this shit.
I know.
Is this
This is John Ram.
John Ram?
I think that's how you say it. I might be.
Why is he
wrong.
left?
Whenever I play golf, I'm always in this spot.
Watch this shit. Wait. Why do they keep?
Wait.
Watch
What?
where it ends.
Oh, that's like a
Oh,
whole
it didn't
breakdown
show-
video.
He did that, Joe.
Oh,
He
look
skipped
at it. It's right here.
Did Jesus guide this?
Yeah, it did.
I'm on Mars right now.
Yeah. What is this? What video did you pick?
Dude, and it's back.
Why is there two balls?
John Rahm's not fucking left-handed.
It's so they don't get copyrighted.
Wait, it's coming back? No.
He drains it.
Dude, skipped over the water.
It's
That is
this
literally
is it. This is it.
all my golf shots except I'm in the water right there.
Yeah.
First
it was incredible.
Yeah, this is it. John Rahm fucking skips it over. So he skips it over water, lands on the green, and then fucking sinks that shit. For
You
a hole
can't
one.
tell me he planned that.
No, he was doing it on purpose. It was a practice round.
You know, I haven't
Oh,
confirmed.
that didn't count?
I haven't confirmed
Yeah.
this. I
They
heard
should give
that was his second hole in one at practice.
Yeah,
This-
the week.
Yeah, the
So he
week.
did a real like hole in one earlier on Monday, and then he just skipped one in for a hole one.
That was disgusting.
Dude,
That's
it's-
like you might have ran out of luck kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Like,
you know,
So
I
you-
would just leave after
you
that.
had- you
That's
had
all I
your,
got.
I won.
You had your lock for the top 10. The guy that I want to lock in for my top 10 in the finish is he's a local guy from La Cañada up in Pasadena area. His name's Colin Marikawa.
I love him. He won
Dude.
me $600 this year.
And he won he won the last
He won
what
the
was big
PGA
one?
Championship.
Yeah.
I think.
So and he's a young guy. Like from what I hear, they think he's
Huge fan. I think he's my favorite golfer.
yeah. For me, it's between him and Bryson. But they say that Colin is maybe the best iron player since Tiger. So like that's a huge fucking
Well,
compliment.
and he has to be because he drives the ball like 290, where everyone's driving at like 340. You know, so it's so fun to watch because he'll hit it like 275 off the tee, but then he'll play the hole perfect and birdie.
Yeah.
everything.
And it's the big thing that we're seeing a lot from like guys like Colin, like some of like this young golfers, like they're really thriving in this environment without the fans.
Yeah, he get to beat himself.
Yeah, they get to just play the same game that they played when they were in college. You know, like
Mm.
very minimal amount of people around, like
Makes
not
sense.
yeah. So like they're really able to like
It's
take
just like a
advantage.
normal average round of golf. Like
Yeah.
there's really no one out there. It's kind of weird, you know.
yeah. And then you get guys like
I know how that feels.
you get like your big time guys like Tiger Woods and like people who've been on the tour for a while where they're like used to the rowdiness.
the
They
chirps.
yeah, it gets
Yeah.
gets them going a little
That's
bit.
like me when I play die. Like when it's just me and 3 other bros playing, I can get on the table.
And you have to
As
sink
soon
or
as
tank.
there's chirpers, I'm getting myself right there, sinker.
Yeah, that's
every
what I'm
time.
saying.
Have you ever done that? Have
Oh,
you
I've
sucked on
done
a
that
cup?
multiple times.
You know. Why don't you hit it?
I'm just flat. I don't even know where the
You're
die is.
tossed.
Like I'm like
You
most
just
of the time
absolutely.
it goes behind my head. Like I'm a defensive guy. If I'm playing die with you, I'm catching everything. I'm doing the hacky sack. We're getting points that way. We're not getting points by me tossing.
Joe's just
Ever.
zippered on the couch 2 hours later, just
Oh, I'm
tossed.
Just peppered.
Well, it's because we
Absolutely
play
peppered.
with the fucking what's it called, the cable line. They throw it to the moon.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it over my head every time. People are
We
moving
used
their
to
cars.
play at a friend's house where you had to get over the window, you know, in the second story. And that was always like fucking perfect. But you'd have to get it up there. And it was so funny. Like everyone's like, that didn't go fucking high enough. You're like, how the fuck do you know? That shit's in the fucking moon.
Yeah, they would throw it way too high. I never knew what to do. I did skips, I did standing still, I did breathing techniques every time right in my cup.
All right. Joe, will you do me a favor? Will you put $20 on Tiger Woods? So if he's winning on Sunday, you go watch golf.
Okay, I'll put $20 on Tiger Woods. What's he got to do? Get a stripper or something?
If he wins, he's getting a stripper. So he's got to win first, and then he's getting a stripper. And
is that true? That's why he has back problems from all the chicks, or is that just is that a rumor?
No, he's a thoroughbred. We fucking eat that shit up. Tiger's not getting back problems with girls. Hell no.
Wait, so he's good again?
He's not that good.
He's not that good.
No.
What's his odds?
$20 to win 660.
Fucking might as well. What else am I gonna do?
I mean, he won last year, and he was definitely had probably odds worse than that. He's ranked like the 30. I think I saw it today. He's like ranked like the 30.
It's just like a why not bet. Like, do you not want to see Tiger Woods do good? So if he does good, it's just doubled.
I'm not gonna watch a minute, but I'm gonna text you. When's it supposed to end?
It's Sunday. I'm gonna text you if he's in it.
Yeah.
Starts on Thursday. They'll play Thursday, Friday to see who goes to the weekend, and then the weekend's kind of when the big shit goes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it starts tomorrow. Fuck.
I'll text you on Sunday, Joe. If he's in it, you have to watch a round of golf.
When it
Get over it. I'm gonna watch fucking 4 straight rounds. I'm a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine. I can barely fucking go to a golf course.
Have you ever tried to watch it? It's actually not that bad.
No, I have not.
They do a really imagine like NFL Red Zone.
Joe just
That's
needs
how
to
they
play.
do golf. So like there's never any downtime. They just show you constant.
Take this
shots.
for what it is. Have you ever watched the WNBA? For a second.
No, but like
Why? Why?
because it's boring.
Okay,
Dude,
that's why I
Joe
don't watch
has
golf.
never fucking gone on the golf course and
Do
experienced.
you watch MLS soccer? The
No,
Galaxy?
but they
Do you
suck.
go, oh, fuck, Galaxy?
I love Galaxy.
The thing that's crazy is in
Zlatan.
golf, they go out there and they hit these shots, and they just like it looks like they're not even trying. And then you go out and you try to hit that shot, and it goes 85 yards to the left.
You'll never
It's
convince
crazy.
him, Alex. You'll never convince
Yeah, I
him.
don't. I'm not. The only time I'm around golf is if I'm drinking. That's how
You can
get
drink
me
and
around.
watch the golf match.
Yeah, but what, you said it's
So-
on Saturday?
Sunday.
Thursday, Friday,
Sunday-
Saturday,
Sunday
and
football?
Sunday. It's all 4
Oh
days.
no, yeah, we can't.
You
I
don't-
can't even.
Hey,
watch
what
it
about
on
Friday? You don't got nothing to do on Friday?
Is
No,
there high
he's
school
not gonna
football?
wanna watch.
I'll go to the local game.
Oh, you
shit.
can't.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, rip.
What do you guys got left for golf? Anything else?
Nah, man, those are the picks that we're taking. I think I
Yeah.
threw like 4 at you, but just go look at the lines. It's sometimes fun. Pick a guy you might like and
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm in.
wing it.
I like action.
And if you want, if for any listener that doesn't really watch golf, seriously, like tune in. If you want to watch one guy, watch Bryson DeChambeau. He fucking does not play golf like the normal human being. He literally just hits the ball as hard as he can, and it works out for him. And he does really fucking well.
Is Koepka playing?
He's
Brooks
not.
Koepka?
He's hurt.
Oh.
He's hurt.
I think he's
bet
playing.
on him.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's in.
Last I saw, he had
I'll
a
bet
pretty
on him.
fucked up injury, but
No, he's good. He's good. He's in. He's decent
Fuck, are you a Colts fan?
decent favorite.
You fucking incognito asshole.
Yeah,
this is.
I
this
saw
is
that earlier. I was like,
from like
dude,
fourth
Alex
or
has got a
fifth
key
grade.
that has a fucking
That's your dad's key.
Indianapolis Colts
it's
painting
back
on
from
it.
Peyton Manning days, dude.
That's your dad's key that he gave you for the house, huh?
Yeah, that's my house key. My parents' house key.
If you want to rob Alex, take the fucking.
Why did the
Colts
house
key
keys?
is my parents' house.
Have you ever noticed the house keys always like separate themselves from all the rest? They're always the fat ones. It's kind of
Yeah.
stupid.
This is the one you need.
All right, let's close it out. We're
Yeah.
fucking absolutely gibbering.
The last
Um,
thing I have for college football is Ron. If you can pull this up, they did a picture of Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones, and they traded their hairs on each other. And I just want you guys to see this.
Okay.
Have you guys seen this?
No.
Oh my
He's
god!
gonna look like Avatar.
I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking, but for Mac Jones, I just want to see if you guys are the same.
Mac Jones.
Okay.
Who Mac Jones? Oh, he's pulling it up.
I think it's on TFM. Total Frat Move has it up. Is he not? Is he not?
No, that's not real. That's not real.
Tell me he's not in Chi Omega.
That's not real.
Oh my god.
Bro, that's
I wish they could
crazy.
He's an A Phi. He's an Alpha Phi.
He looks like a chick. He looks like an absolute chick.
Now, What are you feeling on? It's not that bad.
I mean,
It's not that.
it's not.
It's not that
It's
bad.
not that bad. That chick's hot.
I don't like white girls, but that's like a good-looking girl.
That just proves how good Trevor
You
Lawrence's
should
hair is,
flip the
bro.
camera and you should show them that because that is, yeah, that's
That's a bellhop at the Holiday Inn right there. That girl's working the front desk.
That's incredible.
that's good. I'm glad that you showed us that.
And he just looks horrible with
I'm-
the short. He better never cut his
No,
hair.
he doesn't look. I mean, at least he looks fucking like a normal
He just
person.
looks like a goofball. He looks like your average accountant.
yeah, he looks like a chad.
You want to
but,
buy
like,
some commercial real estate?
Yeah, he looks like the guy that's like in the he's in the gym and he just doesn't put his dumbbells back on the rack.
I don't like that. I think it might be his hair. I think you guys might be right. I
That's
might grow out
incredible.
my hair.
This is incredible. I want to see a picture of Mac Jones by himself.
Ron looked at us like, really?
I can look it up myself.
It doesn't even want to let it. It was too pretty. They don't want
Oh.
us to see how ugly.
I got it.
That's Hank Aaron. Wait, that's not. No, it's just MAC.
Oh. Why did it pull up Hank Aaron?
How
That's
did
not
you?
Hank Aaron. It just looks like him.
Oh, Marlon Mack. Mac Jones 10.
What?
That's a really ugly dude.
Right? That's not good looking.
No.
So the hair is obviously the trick.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's just. If he,
I mean,
he-
that's a lot. That's a lot better picture.
You know how many followers if he has a sister, she's probably getting right now? Definitely, you're going to follow her when you get home because you know she's on private. You're going to go, I got to see this. I got to see if it matches.
He does not have any sisters.
Imagine if your brother was a hotter girl than his sister. That is a potential.
That's a little fucked up.
That might happen in this situation.
All I'm saying is you guys are in the same boat as me now, so I'm glad I got that off my chest.
Yeah.
Because when I saw it,
Yeah,
I
no,
said,
you're not weird.
this is not that bad. And that's all I got for college football, guys. We're going to give our picks in DJ's corner, and with that, boom.
All right, welcome back. Third week, and the Dodgers are still the World Series champions, and Clayton Kershaw still has a World Series ring. So we're
Yeah.
good to go.
We're gonna get a reminder every week, huh?
Yeah. You
So-
got to count the weeks now.
Yeah, we gotta count them
A lot
all.
of pressure for you.
Last week's too. It's just gonna be like a boom, boom, 2-month off season done.
Yeah, no, the off season for baseball will still be like the same.
Oh, I guess because they just shorten it a lot, huh?
Well, they just shortened it. They just started late essentially because they still finished in October when they would have normally. But
Just was it a little bit later than normal or no?
if anything, because of how it worked out, it was actually a little bit earlier. I think if I recall, maybe 2017. I think one of the World Series. I think Game 7 was on Halloween. Maybe it was 2018.
Thought it always goes October, yeah. The
Yeah,
whole
well,
way through.
well, you've heard. Well, there's like the one like what Derek Jeter has like the home run he hit after midnight, which like gave him the nickname like Mr. November because technically he hit
The worst shortstop of all time, right?
He's
According
not-
to you.
not the worst
Guy.
shortstop of all time. He's just not the best.
Oh, you literally. Yeah.
Most overrated. Yeah, I agree. But-
I don't go. Continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I wanted to like the awards so far. So it's what we're Wednesday right now. So they announced 3 of the 4 up to now. I said last week I don't really count the AL and the NL Manager of the Year. That's kind of a shitty award. But
Yeah, I can't count my losers either.
I mean I didn't even guess on them because I don't care. But
Which ones?
the Managers of the Year?
Was that not in your picks?
No, I don't do managers.
But you hit
I
all
don't
of your
believe in it.
picks, right?
So far, yeah. So so last week for what NL and AL Rookie of the Year. So for NL, I picked Devin Williams. He won. I picked he's on the Brewers. Kyle Lewis. I picked on the Mariners. He won. And then today they announced the Cy Young Award winners and Shane
believe
Bieber.
Bauer won it. That's insane.
Well, I picked Bauer as well. And crazy fact, Bauer's the first Cincinnati Red to ever win the Cy Young Award.
That's sick.
Yeah. So
Is that the guy going around
He's the
on
cocky
the Twitter?
motherfucker,
He's the
yeah.
Twitter guy?
He's
like,
the-
I'm in town. Why should I sign?
Yeah.
That's sick.
yeah,
He's actually really funny. He was on the Indians, and I got a big interest in him. And he's funny, bro. He's a character. Him and Clevenger were like,
Yeah, he's a character for sure. He's just like one of those people who's like, trying to be that, because baseball is obviously like super
Boring.
old school.
Yeah.
So like he's trying to be like that guy that kind of modernizes it, and like he's that player that uses social media. Like he interacts with fans, he posts his own individual shit, he breaks down his pitches. Like he just like really gets into it. He has like his own YouTube channel that has like a million subscribers on it. Just kind of like trying to build the game in that aspect, which I kind of have some respect for.
And he was an Indian.
Yep.
So the Indians just let go of all their good players.
They
Always.
had
He's
they
a
had
head case.
Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
They had Trevor Bauer, Kluber,
And Clevenger.
Clevenger,
Those are the guys.
Bieber. They had their starting staff. They had 5 starters.
Carlos
in the
Carrasco is the other one.
Carlos Carrasco. They even had more guys.
And then now they have like Zach Plesac, who's still pretty fucking good.
The
And they have
Indians seem to always
Terrence Gore.
breed
Not
fucking
Gore.
pitchers though. Like they had Cliff,
They for sure
Cliff
do.
Lee back in the day.
CC.
CC was the fucking stud.
Oh no, they're known for that.
They pump pitchers out.
Who are they getting rid of now? Though I was reading an article that
Lindor.
yeah, they're like, why did the Indians do this? Always just pay their guys.
They can't afford them.
See, but
Fuck, that's
They're a small market team, and that actually matters in baseball.
the thing
Yeah.
we've talked about this a couple of times. Like, okay, so Lindor's another one that's he's not Mookie, but he's one of those players that's like when you have a generational talent like that, it doesn't matter if you're a big market team or a smart market team.
You pay him.
Your owner's a billionaire. You fucking pay the guy.
Yeah.
He puts asses in the seats and he sells jerseys at the bare minimum. Lindor's always got his fucking smile
But the
on his
Indians
face.
have done this for years now, and they still stay relevant. I don't even know if they want to win a championship. I think they
That's-
just want to stay relevant.
That's unfortunate what it seems like, because like at the end of the day, you always play that game like these sports are a business, and at the end of the day, being relevant makes you a lot of money, and it's a lot
Yeah.
cheaper than going for championships.
Oh yeah.
They kill it, dude. They literally every year they lose someone. You're like, what the fuck? Why did they lose that guy? And then boom, they're good again. They're good again. They're good again. It happens
Okay.
year after year. So they breed, but they don't want to win it all.
Yeah, so
They're content with the money they're making. I like it.
But Bauer was crazy, and then I feel like you're about to say, but Bieber fucking diced too. Another Indian.
yeah, I mean, like the reason my MVP picks that I originally picked back in like late September are gonna be wrong is because I picked Bieber to win the MVP. Like I thought he had that dominant of a year. I think it's very saying like that he went unanimous. Like he won unanimously. Like I think that was a good little like ode to him because I didn't think it was really supposed to be even close. But yeah, like, he dominated everyone, and it was something crazy to see. I wonder what they'll be able to do in a 162, but it's a huge sign for the Indians, and it was enough of a sign to give them the confidence to go out and trade guys like Clevenger and Bauer and know that they're going to be okay in the future.
Seems like they'll just let this guy go once he costs too much, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would have led to
What the fuck's the point then? What are you doing?
I mean, that's just like kind of how like these small and mid-market teams just kind of have decided to work. Like they're gonna go out and they're gonna ride out like the prime years of their superstars, and then like,
Or he'll just be average next year, then they'll get rid of him, and then he'll be good again.
well,
Pitchers are so unpredictable every year.
you want to sell high for sure, and like they don't want to trade him now because he's like their big piece. But like you have guys like these small market teams like they have to trade their superstars when they have some value in them, because if they just let them walk in free agency and can't sign them, then they get nothing for them.
Yeah, so they know that there's ticking time bomb.
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna lose this guy anyway.
And that's kind of like what the Indians are trying to do here with Lindor. They know his stock's still pretty damn high, so they hope to try to capitalize on that.
Is he a shortstop or second?
Yeah, he's a switch hitting shortstop. He's fucking legit.
So where's he gonna go?
So before like Corey Seager like went off, like it was a big rumor that he was going to go to the Dodgers, and that rumor has actually resurfaced that he is going to get traded to the Dodgers, and they're going to move Corey Seager to third and then move on from Justin Turner.
Fuck that.
But
Oh, rip.
that doesn't seem very
Wow.
likely. The teams that I've seen that are interested are people like the Cardinals. Like I've heard like what's another one? Like teams that have really good minor league systems. I heard like the Yankees are in on it. Like,
okay.
I heard there was a few teams, yeah.
but it's going to be a ridiculous return. Like he's the best by many, considered the best shortstop in the game.
And is he the best free agent out there this year?
He's not even a free agent.
Or guy available,
He's gonna get
like
traded.
on the block?
I'd say, yeah. I mean, it's between him and like probably Trevor Bauer. You know, like it, but and like
And both those guys, one was an Indian, one's an Indian right now.
yeah,
What the?
dude. I mean, it's crazy.
They won't cough up more dough if they know, like, okay, if we keep these guys, we're gonna win.
Trevor Bauer, when they let him go last year, he was not doing what he's doing now.
yeah, he was like,
So that's what I'm saying. Like pitchers will just go up and down, up and down. He went down at the end of last year, and they're like, "All right, well, it's time to let go of him." And then he just did this. So they do that shit all the time.
yeah. So and then now what I kind of wanted to get into was a little bit of the free agency stuff. So you brought up Lindor with the trade market, but just to kind of put a feeler out there, the first free agent signing happened this last week, and it was a pitcher for the Blue Jays. He got a 1-year, $8 million deal. His name's Robbie Ray. And that kind of like shows you
Sounds like a porn star.
yeah, it kind of
Robbie
shows
Ray.
you a little bit like where the market's at. Like I think I've said this last week. Like, Blake Trinan got a 1-year, $10 million deal, and he's a reliever. So this just shows you what the impact it is on having on like, like what's available for these players to get signed for because of the.
Is that a lot of money or not?
I mean, he's not a stud. Like he's not a monster, but $8 million for what I'd consider to be like a 4 or a 5-star, like that's dirt cheap. And like I don't know. I mean, a high end
1-year deal, that sucks, but it says show us what you can do.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
so
it's kind of like to your point. Like I'm not going to sign this guy for 5 years because he's going to be
everywhere.
wishy-washy. I'll just sign him year after year.
So the one that it confuses me though, because this I think for me told me, so like pitchers are going to get lowballed the hell out of it this year, and then like the MLB has this thing called a qualifying offer. So if you are a talented enough player, then if your team like when you become a free agent, if your team offers you a contract of this qualifying offer and you turn it down, the team gets a draft pick. And the qualifying offer this year was $18.9 million. So Trevor Bauer turned that down. And don't get me wrong, in a normal year, he's worth way more than $18.9 million. But I thought, like, that's pretty much 19 mil. I thought 19 mil was going to be like, okay, that's about what like an ace will get this year. So now it's pretty uncertain. I don't know how much he's holding out for, but I mean, he might be a $23 million guy.
And how many year contract would that guy want?
Trevor Bauer has been adamant about only wanting to sign 1-year deals. He wants to bet.
Fuck?
He wants to bet on himself. Thinks that he can improve every year, and he wants
That's
to.
fucking
You gotta like
crazy.
And he wants to go to the team that
I did
he
not
thinks
know
that he can win with every
So
year.
every year he wants to be like, all right, one with them, going to the next best.
But
wa-
Cincinnati
yeah.
sucked.
Well, he got traded. He didn't get signed there. So, I mean, I can respect that a little bit. It's a very unique way to like kind of invest in yourself in like a business way, right? Like you know that
He's
you're
doing like a tour. It's funny.
yeah, it's like you're one of the best pitchers on the free agent market, and if you do that on a year in and a year out basis, like it's gonna benefit you more than it's gonna hurt you.
But if he gets hurt,
then he's fucked.
that's fucking
Yeah.
There's no safety.
It's a
net.
very interesting approach that he's taking, and it could easily blow up in his face.
He's kind of being that loudmouth guy that it's going down like that could happen and everybody'd be happy.
Oh yeah,
Like, haha, asshole! You shouldn't have talked all that shit. Should have signed for 18.9. Look at you now.
Yeah,
But
but
the
then he
thing-
just laughs at us and says, "Haha, I'm worth $100 million. Fuck off."
but the thing that's crazy is like, what if it works out for him, and then when he hangs it up in, 10 years, he's wearing, let's just say 2 or 3 different rings with 3 different teams. Like that's pretty crazy.
And 230 million
Yeah.
if he
That
goes
would
at
be
the same
cool.
pace.
I wonder if that's gonna bite him in the ass though. Like people are gonna be like, "All right, we're sick of you asking for 1-year deals. Like, sign a 3-year deal, or you're not coming here." And a bunch of different teams do that, and he just gets like locked out.
Corner him.
Yeah, I think like he's
Too many
wearing-
people are sneaky though. Teams want to win.
Yeah,
He'll
he's
be like, "All right, come here."
Yeah.
He's-
Oh,
MMA.
we're in on it. All right, sign him.
He's one of those guys that I feel like he says that now, but like when a team goes and dangles like hey, I'll give you a 4-year like freaking $100 million contract. Like, how do you turn that down?
Yeah,
Like you're getting $25 million a year, and like you're getting it for 4 years no matter what. And if a team's signing you to that kind of deal right now, with like everything of the uncertainty with like COVID, and if there'll be fans, and if there'll be a lockout or whatever, they're a good team. There's no way
Yeah.
a bad team is going to sign a pitcher for $25 million a year right now. It's just not going to happen. So the one last thing I'll touch on is like this: the award that hasn't been announced yet is MVP. It'll be announced tomorrow, so we'll talk about it next week. Just to remind everyone, my picks on that are Freddie Freeman for the National League, and for the American League, Jose Abreu. Boom.
Thanks for giving us a listen. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. And with that, good night and good gambling.